How's it going, guys? Daniel from Games Academy here, also known as DS FIFA, and today we're looking at another episode of the meta formations. So in today's episode, we're going to be looking at the 4-3-1-2 formation. So the 4-3-1-2 formation was a very good formation to use last FIFA, if you didn't know already, and it's just as good this FIFA. So there's a different way to use this formation. It is a very attacking formation, but there are many different options that you can use. So personally, with these tactics, these are very good if you are one goal down very late on, maybe 65th, 70th minute, or if you go 2 goals down and you feel that everything is going wrong, you're not really winning games, and nothing's going your way. You want to use this. You want to use these tactics. If it's really late on, and it may be like the 75th, 80th, 85th minute, and you're still losing by 1 goal, then you're going to change this to constant pressure. So at the moment, we're going to have it on press after possession loss. Very, very overpowered press. The only problem is that it can be susceptible to counterattacks. But that is exactly why we are only going to use it when we are losing and we need to get back into the game. If you don't give the risk, you don't get the reward. So we're going to go with the 50 width, and the 60 depth. So this just means that, we're not too out wide, because remember, this is a narrow formation. But there is something about the formation, which I'm going to tell you later on, that does help change these tactics. So we go with the 60 depth, and this just means that our players are not all the way back. They're nice and forward, but they're not too far forward that you're just going to get on the counter every single time. With the build-up play, we're going to go with balanced. Again, you can use the fast build-up or the long ball, but I tend to go with balanced unless it's, like I said, the last few minutes and you're on the constant pressure, you'll want to use fast build-up. This means that people are going to pass the ball, let the ball go, and they're going to run forward, and it's going to be very quick-paced, but it just means that people are going to be out of positions and making runs into no man's land. But you will want to use this if you are needing the goal in the last few minutes. So direct passing is still very good. It means that your players are open up to receive the ball. It means they're looking for the inside runs. And because of how good the AI is this year with attacking, it means that they're not just running in straight lines like previous years. They're looking in between the gaps. They're making sure that a pass is open. Again, we stick with the 50 width. And as I will explain in my instructions later, this means that the players, because we're playing the narrow formation, they're not right in like centre mids, but they're not too far in like wingers. We have the corners and the free kicks on 4. As I mentioned in my previous episodes, I tend to have them on 4 just because corners are very, very good to cross the ball in, and it means that we've got men forward to win the header in the box and try and score. And the free kicks, if we try and play it short, it means that when we're not going to get outnumbered, when we try and look for options to lay the ball off very quickly. Going into the instructions, again, we're going for the getting behind and the stay forward tactic on both the strikers. This just means that, again, they're far up, they're high up, and they're ready to make that run. Cam on stay forward. We don't have him on get into the box this time because we want him just dropping back a little bit. Because we've got the 2 strikers there, we need someone just playing in behind and ready to pounce on anything we need. Now this is where it gets again more interesting. So you see again how we have Mane on get forward and cover wing. And this is important because we want him to play very similar to a winger. But because of the way we've set out our tactics, it means that he's not stuck out wide, but he's not stuck as a centre mid. He's kind of stuck as more like a left attacking mid, which is exactly what we need in this situation. With Bruno Fernandes, we have him on balance. This means that he can come back, but he can also attack as well. And we have him on cover wing. Again, like I mentioned with the tactics, it just means that he's kind of playing as more like an attacking mid, but he's also dropping back to defend. And then we keep Wijnaldum on stay back when attacking. We usually have him on cover centre. I don't know why that's on cover wing. So this just means that he is also there to sweep up any damage that needs to be done, and it means that we shouldn't be just getting countered the whole time. For our fullbacks, we keep them on balanced. So unlike before where we had them on stay back, like I said, this tactic is mainly an attacking tactic. So we don't want them to get forward so that we're just open at the back, but we want them pushing forward a little bit so that we have got extra men forward and we've got extra options. Again, we don't really touch the centre backs. We keep them how they are, and again, that's so that we don't get countered. And then with the goalkeeper, we do have him on sweeper keeper and comes for crosses. So this means that he comes out and wins the ball and punches the ball or catches the ball when someone tries to cross the ball. And the sweeper keeper means that if they try and play it behind and you haven't brought your keeper out or rushed him out, with using the Y or the triangle button, he will automatically do that for you and come and win the ball. So thank you for tuning in for this episode. We've got loads of other episodes all available now, and you can also come and book your sessions with myself or other coaches at Gamers Academy.